Hello, my name's Rain, and today I'm going to be going over my my record collection. This is not my full collection. I do have other records, but I'm putting them off to the side because I feel like they're not as important to share, or they're older, and I also just don't know much about the record itself to talk about it. I'm only going over some records that I really feel passionate about sharing. I've been record collecting since 2012. This is my record that I've had since 2000, or record player that I've had since 2012. This was a Christmas gift given to me by my dad. I'm not sure the brand. I know it's called Innovative Technology. My dad found it on Amazon. That's all I can say. I will if I find it, I will link it in the description, but other than that, that's it. There is no particular order of how I'm sharing these records. They're just in an order that makes sense to me, I guess. I am also no means a professional when it comes to record care, so if you see me holding these records and I'm handling them improperly, I am so sorry. I really don't know what I'm doing. I just like listening to the music, and the records that I really, really like, I take very good care of. So other than the way I'm holding these records, because I'm sitting on the floor, usually I'm standing and holding these records and putting them on the record player, so it's a little different. Regardless of that, let's get started. So the first record that I have is called So Stressed, Please Let Me Know. And this came free with another record that I got. That'll come up soon. Oh, actually, it's right here. Yeah, so I got So Stressed with my Waves You're Welcome record. This came as a free gift with the purchase of this, as well as a purchase of a t-shirt I think I got. I know I got a t-shirt. I can't remember if it was free or if it came with this, but either way, these two are great. Waves is more of beach punk, and So Stressed is more screamo beach punk. I didn't know of this band when I first got this record, but I'm really into it. I do like a lot of noise music. Also, I am so sorry for any background noise that you might hear. There's a lot of activity going on in my house. Regardless of that, we have Waves and So Stressed. Waves You're Welcome is one of my favorite records to listen to in the summer. I don't know, the vibe of it is just phenomenal. My favorite song off of that record has to be No Shade or Daisy. Yeah, I don't know, it's just really fun. I was debating also, I might make a Spotify playlist that I will link in the description. So if you want to listen to any songs off of these records, I'll just link my favorites and feel free to go listen to them. My Spotify is also my kingdom. I treat it as a very sacred place, and I make playlists religiously. So if you also wanted to check out my Spotify, that'll be linked below too. After that, I have Pierce the Veil, Misadventures. Oh yeah, it does. It comes with a very pretty record. It's a cherry red. I've loved Pierce the Veil ever since my tiny little emo phase in middle school. Of course, everybody, well, I guess not everybody had it, but if you had it, you had it. But oh my god, this record is so good. I could rave about this record all day, but I want to keep this video short, so Pierce the Veil, Misadventures, a must listen to. To brighten up the mood though, my favorite record that I own is Code Orange Underneath. This band is phenomenal. I have listened to their music for quite a long time. My favorite musician, Nicole Dollanganger, got me into this band, and oh my god, ever since I've heard their music, I've been obsessed. The metal genre intertwining with electronic elements is that's my shit. That's my shit. So yeah, this record is awesome. Also so fun on the front, and I guess it's hard to see, but he moves. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, he's catching on fire. So it's such a cool record. I love that. My favorite song off of this record has to be, it's between Swallowing the Rabbit Hole and then Who I Am underneath. I don't know. After that, we have Joji and Tongues. There was like a really weird rumor going around that Joji had throat cancer when he first released this record. I have no idea if there's a follow-up on that. I have not kept up with Joji in a while. I used to watch Filthy Frank, so knowing that Joji made music, I was like, oh, I have to get this. I have to. I listened to this one a lot too, and it has a beautiful purple disc vinyl record. I feel like I'm gonna say disc a lot throughout this video. If I do, like, you can call me a freaking idiot in the comments. Like, I know it's not a disc, I'm sorry. My favorite song off of this record is tricky. It's between World Star Money or Will He. I loved World Star Money. Like, that interlude is so beautiful. I wish it had better production, but I feel like the way it is like so perfect. I love it. After that, we have my first record ever. Are you ready? We have Vessel by 21 Pilots. It was actually this record or Born to Die. That was my first record. They both came as Christmas presents with this record player, so they hold such a special place in my heart. I make sure to take very good care of them because they are from 2012, or right? When did this album come? Yeah, 2012. Yeah, okay. My favorite song off of this record is Holding On To You, by far. It holds such a special, it's so meaningful to me. I don't want to get into it, but like, you know, 21 Pilots, I think they have a place in most people's hearts. For my collection of The Neighborhood, I only have I Love You. I also almost bought their self-titled, but I didn't have the money for it, so I bought a poster instead. But the reason why I'm saying all this is because I have a pretty big collection of The Neighborhood's merch. And I don't know, maybe in the future I'll do like merch hauls of certain people that I have, but for now I just want to explain I don't really listen to The Neighborhood anymore, and this is my only record that I have of them, which it like kind of hurts me. I guess it's like sad for me. This was also one of my first records, and like when 2014 Tumblr grunge hit, I tried my best to have the record collection that you see in all those photos, so I had to buy this. I don't listen to it much because of its skipping, but my favorite song off of this is it's between How and Female Robbery. I really have to listen to that record all the way through to make like a very solid opinion about it, because I think all the songs on that album are phenomenal, but I Love You by The Neighborhood. After this, we have a tragedy. We have the XX, I think it's self-titled. As you can see, the packaging for this has been completely destroyed. I got this for $1 at a yard sale, and they didn't know what this was, so I was like, okay, well, I'll take it for $1. That sounds amazing. I do like the XX to an extent. I just feel really bad about the cover of this. I mean, why would they make it like this? Like, if I'm putting records together, they're gonna get caught on this, so this is like, I don't know, maybe I'll have to get like a new place to put this record, but other than that, XX. My favorite songs off of this one are Fantasy. I'm sure Fantasy is just an interlude, but it sounds so mysterious. I like it that much. And Basic Space. After this, we have Hot Fuss by The Killers. I freaking love The Killers. Brandon Flowers will always be one of my favorite people ever. Nothing really special about the record itself, but for the album, totally phenomenal. I am in love with the theory that this is about like a gay murder. I think that's so like what every time I listen to this record and I remember that, I'm just like so immersed into it. My favorite songs off of this one are Midnight Show and Jenny Was a Friend of Mine. I don't know, every song off of this is my favorite. I love this record. After this, we have my other guilty pleasure music. We have The Front Bottoms Going Gray, and it's just a black record, but this came with a poster of a naked man and a naked woman. It's a drawing. I was really ashamed to hang that poster up, so it like stayed behind my bed, and then a friend found it and she thought I was like using it for like, never mind. You can get the idea. But my favorite song off this one, Grand Finale and Far Drive. Yeah. After this, we have the record that breaks me into a million pieces every time I listen to it. We have Hospice by the Antlers. This is definitely my favorite record of all time. I don't think anything can surpass this other than my favorite musicians' records, but like, oh, Hospice, hi, you hurt me so much. I can't tell you a favorite song of this record. Every song is my favorite. I listen to this way too much. I am way too sad to be listening to this that much, but if you have not heard this record, I recommend you do, and I recommend you do it alone so you have tissues nearby and you're able to cry your eyes out. After this, we have Teen Suicide, DC Snuff Film, and Waste Yourself. I got this at a show when I saw them in DC. How ironic. And it came with a beautiful record. RFC Run for Cover Records never fails to put out a really beautiful record. If you like any of the artists under RFC, I highly recommend buying a record through them because the quality of the records are amazing. They're beautiful and the packaging is always super nice. They ship out really quick too. I just recommend it if you have a band that you like that's under that label to invest in a record from them because it will be in very good quality. My favorite songs off of this one, gonna be Lonely Boy Goes to a Rave, and Don't Like Me. I don't know. I really like that one. We have Sufjan Stevens, Carrie and Lowell. I have no idea how you say that, but I do like this record a lot. I would say it was a bit of a comfort album for a bit, and just like Hospice, it's not a comfort album, but we're gonna call it that. This album is so hauntingly beautiful. Should Have Known better, and The Only Thing are songs that I could listen to on repeat and just like get all my emotions out. 4th of July has been a new favorite that I've been listening to recently, so I would recommend listening to this one as well. After that, we have Sonic Youth Goo. My friend gave me this record. It was originally hers, and then she was like, I don't listen to it, you can have it. And I didn't really listen to them a lot. Like, I knew of the band, but I didn't really know much of their music. But I listened to this album and I thought it was freaking sick. Controversial opinion, but my favorite song off of this is Tunic's Song for Karen. It's very like, once you get the idea of what's happening in the song, you're like, oh, wow, okay, so yeah, Goo. After that, I have Placebo, Without You I'm Nothing. This is another comfort album. To get the record from this album, it's a bit of a process. You gotta go into here and then pull this out. once you pull that out with Brian Moko's face, you have this beautiful yellow record. I take a lot of pride in owning this one. I really like Placebo. They've definitely helped me grow up and helped me find my fashion style, what I like music-wise and stuff like that, also with my identity. So Placebo holds a very special place in my heart. This album especially. Pure Morning was the first song I ever heard from this album, and it still remains as one of my favorite songs from the album. But as for songs that really get me, I have Without You, I'm Nothing, and Scared of Girls. And then after that, I have two vinyl staple pieces that I think a lot of people should own. We have The Wall and The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd. These were both given to me by my aunt. Bless her, love her. I don't know much about the band Pink Floyd, but music-wise, I've liked everything that I've heard. I watched The Wizard of Oz while listening to The Dark Side of the Moon, and that was an experience. If you have not done that, I recommend it. It's really fun. Both of these are really good. I can't tell you which one I like more than the other. Some days I like The Wall more than Dark Side, and other days I like Dark Side more than The Wall. There are so many songs off of these that I like a lot, so I can't pick a favorite, but in the Spotify playlist I will definitely reveal the highlights, or what I feel like are the highlights of those albums. And then following that, I have another oopsies. We have Neutral Milk Hotel, Female Manipulator, Girl Boss, Gaslighter. No, I had put off listening to Neutral Milk Hotel for years. I was so annoyed by the fact that so many people like them, and I was like, it's literally bagpipes. There's nothing good about this. And then one night it just hit me. I was like listening to The Fool off of in the airplane over the sea, and it just hit me. I was like, this is the best music ever. So I don't know, cringy, but I love Neutral Milk Hotel. I don't have a favorite song off of this one. All songs are my favorite. I listen to it way too much. And On Avery Island, I've got really into as well. Baby for Pre is hands down my favorite song from this record. Every time I hear it, I just like feel a little soulless, which I like feeling sometimes. And then after that, I have my favorite musician to ever exist. I would do ungodly things for her. We have Nicole Dollanganger, Observatory Mansions, and Embarrassing Love Songs. God, I await for the day where Natural Born Losers and Heart-Shaped Bed are on record. I would sell my soul. Same goes for her older records. Like if Curdled Milk came out on record, oh my God, I would. So I love her music so much. I have some of her CDs too. Like I said, one day I'll do like a whole like merch collection video, but as of right now, these are my two records from Nicole Dollanganger. And in Embarrassing Love Songs, we have another beautiful record, also made by Run for Cover Records, and another splatter one. Again, I don't have a favorite for these because I just love her so much. It would take me forever to explain my favorites, so we're just gonna keep rolling. And after that, like I said, my first record besides Vessel was Born to Die by Lana Del Rey, and then I also have Ultraviolence by Lana Del Rey. Born to Die is special to me because not only was it my first album, but Lana Del Rey really got me into the music that I like, which I feel like is the same for a lot of people. But this record is always a classic to listen to. Video Games has always been one of my favorite songs, and This Is What Makes Us Girls is like, I like that one. Ultraviolence is hands down my favorite album by Lana Del Rey to ever exist. I don't think anything she makes will ever own up to how amazing this record was. There's also not a single song that I like off of this one, but I will say Pretty When You Cry, that has me feeling some kind of way. And then after that, this has been my newest record that I have. I have Harry Styles' self-titled. This was given to me by a gift by my lovely boyfriend. And I don't listen to Harry Styles that much, but when this record came out, it really helped me when I was going through a hard time. And there's not, it's just a black vinyl, but it is very special to me, so I try to take care of it in the best way that I can. And then after that, I have Lungs by Florence and the Machine. My favorite song off of this one is Girl with One Eye, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think she has a cover of Arcade's Fire, Hospital Beds, which is like an unreleased song that was supposed to go with this album, and I think her cover of that is one of the best things she's ever done. I love that one so much, but this record was also like something I listened to a lot when I was young, like reading Warrior Cats and all that, so really happy to have this one. Then I have Elvis Depressedly, New Alhambra. I hope I'm saying that correctly. And this just comes as a purple disc, which was very cool for RFC because usually they don't do solid colors. Usually they do the like splatter, but when I saw the purple, I was like, ooh. I also got this at the same show that I saw Nicole, Teen Suicide, and Elvis at, so yay, happy to have this one. My favorite song off of this one is Bruises, Amethyst, and Waste of Time. After that, I have, this is probably my most listened to record of all time. This was a gift given to me by my sister, and it's My Woman by Angel Olsen. Every time I go over to my record collection and I pick out a record that I want to listen to, I always gravitate towards this one for some reason. The record itself is just a black record, but every song off of this one is so good. I like listening to it all at once rather than individually. And Heart-Shaped Faced, Sister, Those Were the Days, and Woman, like in order with pops too, actually. Yeah, no, never mind. Every song off of this record is a fave. After that, I have vinyl staple piece AM by the Arctic Monkeys, as well as Whatever People Say I Am, I Am Not. I hope I said that right. Whatever people say I am, that's what I'm not. Whatever is the same thing, but yeah, we have the Arctic Monkeys. There's not much to be said about this either, other than the fact that I did get it during my Tumblr grunge phase, and I listen to AM once every year. I don't listen to that much, but when I do, I'm really happy and grateful to own it. After that, I have Bon Iver for Emma, Forever Ago. My boyfriend got me this record as a gift, and I'm so happy to own it. This has been a comfort album for a while. Again, going back to Florence and the Machine, it's like one of those things where I would listen to as a kid, and I'd animate my Warrior Cat music videos to songs off of this album, so very happy to own it. My favorite song off of this one is Restacks and Creature Fear? Yeah. After that, I have Science Fiction by Brand New. Jessie Lacey is cancelled, but this was hands down my favorite record for at least the past 3 years, and I enjoy Science Fiction a lot. The branding for this one is really pretty too. It's like a metallic gold, and the inside of it is like really cool. But as for this record, it's hard to say what my favorite song is off of this one too. It's between 137 and Could Never Be Heaven. After that, I have Bright Eyes, I'm Wide Awake, It's Morning. everybody knows First Day of My Life. I know, I get it, but every song off of this record is very essential, it's just so good to listen to in order, because every song feels like it's perfectly in place, and I love it. It's emotional roller coaster, but Bright Eyes is phenomenal for releasing a record as good as this one. After that, we have Viva La Vida by Coldplay. I don't listen to Coldplay as much anymore, but I definitely did a lot when I was younger. Viva La Vida was the very first record that I bought in full off of Apple when I had my first iPod. So it was all I listened to for quite a long time, especially on the bus going to school. So this album is phenomenal. My favorite song off of this one is Yes. After that, I have Igor by Tyler, the Creator. I love Tyler, the Creator, don't get me wrong, but I do not listen to this record as much as I wish I did. And again, like, I'm not trying to sound like a brat or anything like that. Like, I love all my records, I really do. I just, like, sometimes there's records that I want to listen to more than others, and there's some records where I could just go on Spotify and listen to them and it'd be less of a hassle. But regardless of that, I loved Igor when it came out. My favorite song off of this one is Puppet. Then following that, I have Brockhampton Ginger and Brockhampton's Iridescence. I like Iridescence on vinyl more than Ginger because Ginger skips to the point where I can't even listen to the record. But my name is in the Ginger pamphlet, so gotta flex that. Also, this album was very healing when it came out. I don't listen to Ginger as much as I do anymore, but I do like Iridescence. I think it's the best Brockhampton album that they've come out with. There's not a single song that I could isolate from those albums. They're all great. After that, we have my favorite guilty pleasure band. We have Chase Atlantic, Phases. Also hard to pick a favorite from this record, but the packaging is so pretty, and it is just a simple black record. Yeah. After that, I have City Morgue, As Good as Dead. This has a very pretty splatter packaging as well, or splatter design as well. My favorite song off of this one is Drano with Denzel Curry. I get like way too into that song, and I just like I want to beat stuff up, but I'm sad. Like, As Good as Dead is really good for City Morgue. I'm really happy that I got to buy this in the record store. We have Tame Impala, Currents. This was given to me as a gift. It's hard to pick a favorite from this one too. I mean, like, Love Paranoia and The Moment, Cause I'm a Man. I don't know. It's so hard to pick. It's so good, so good. And this one is also just a simple black record. After that, we have my healing record. We have SZA, Control. I think every girl should listen to this record. It comes with a beautiful blue, green record. A lot of these I cannot pick a favorite on. They're just that good. But this is hands down one of my favorite albums of all time. Then I have my recent obsession. I have Lady Gaga's Chromatica remixes. I didn't enjoy Chromatica when it first came out. I thought it was like average. I mean, like, I didn't hate it, I just like wasn't obsessed with it. And then the remixes album came out and it like snapped. I'm like, yeah, this is the best shit to ever exist. Can't pick a favorite off of this one either, but it does have a really nice translucent record. Chromatica, the original, is good, and I plan to invest in buying that album when I get the chance to, but it is not my top priority. Then I have Gorillaz Humans. This was a Christmas gift, and each disc, or whatever, each each side has one of the members' faces on it. I don't know if I showed that correctly, but this one is really cool. My favorite song off of this one is She's My Collar and Ascension with Vince Staples. Then I have Visions by Grimes. This is also probably my most listened to record besides My Woman and Art Angels by Grimes. I love Grimes so much. I know she's kind of become a laughingstock recently, but everything she does is phenomenal. This album, wow, amazing. I don't have a favorite off of Visions. If I said Oblivion, I feel like everybody come for my neck, but I mean, it stands true. And then Art Angels is also black, but my favorite song off of Art Angels is Kill versus Mean. So good. And after that, I have Year of the Snitch by Death Grips. I think this is also just a black record. My favorite song off of this one is Streaky. Even my mom likes Streaky. Like, we have 100 Gex with 1,000 Gek. Masterpiece. I'm wearing my 100 Gex shirt, so I guess it's fitting that we save best for last. I actually didn't even... Oh, it's not the last, sorry. But anyways, I love 100 Gex so much. I have to definitely keep this short, otherwise I could go on a whole book about talking about how much I love them. And then I have 1,000 Gek in the Tree of Clues, whatever. Yeah, 1,000, you get the idea. This one has a pretty design on it too. So happy about this one. Nicole is also on this record, which is really exciting, as well as some of my other favorite musicians as features. Remix albums are so good, I love them. And then we have Amnesty by Crystal Castles, a little controversial, but I still like it just as much as when I first heard it, regardless of everything that happened to Alice Glass, which is deplorable. I do not support Crystal Castles at all. So yeah, we have Amnesty. And then finally, we have Crystal Castles 2. Oh no, sorry, this is just their self-titled Crystal Castles. And again, I'll get into it, but yeah, that's it. So yeah, that is my record collection. I've been working on my collection for such a long time, and I figure I have such a big collection, why not share it with the world? Like I said, that is not my full collection. I have other records that maybe one day I'll do like a huge final collection video, but that would probably take more than 2 hours to film. When I have my records here, they are stacked. They're up to there. So it is gonna be really hard to film a video like that, so I just wanted to share the important ones. Thank you for watching this video. If you watched the full thing, you're amazing. I love you so much. Feel free to check out the Spotify playlist that I'm going to make, as well as my other social media. I really appreciate it. I hope you're doing well, and I hope your day goes well and the rest of your week. Thank you for watching. Bye.